Alright guys, what's going on? Welcome on back. It is Friday, July 18th. We have a 15-game Major League Baseball schedule on tap for today. It's the official start of the second half of the season for Major League Baseball. I want to say we're about 2.5 weeks away from preseason football getting started. This is the stretch run of the summer. We're almost about to hit August. Let's close our summer outright. Let's close our baseball season outright. 15 games on tap for today. Tons of money to be made. Guys, look for my play of the day. The one game I'm going to recommend to you more than any. Also, at the end of the video, our 4 parlay plays of the day. With all of that being said, let's jump into it. Alright, first game up of the day. 2:20 start. We got the Boston Red Sox in Chicago taking on the Cubs. In this matchup today, the right-handed pitcher Giolito's on the mound for the Red Sox. He's 6-1 this year with a 3.36 ERA. The right-handed pitcher Addison Ray's on the mound for the Cubs. He's 7-3 this year with a 3.91 ERA. In today's matchup, I'm looking at this Red Sox team, who before the All-Star break were the hottest offensive team in the majors in a 15-game stretch. They were batting .305 as a team. Giolito this year, 9 road starts. He has an ERA of 3.12. Now, when we're looking at that Red Sox hot stretch, like I said, 15-game stretch, but 12 of them were at home. 12 of those games were at home. This season, on the road, they're batting .240 as a team. And when we look at the Chicago Cubs team offensively, they have the second highest batting average of any team in the majors versus right-handed pitching. They're batting .258 as a team with 103 home runs to go along with it. The 103 home runs are the 5th highest against right-handed pitching. In this matchup today, the Cubs are the betting odd favorites, and we're playing them on the money line. The game total is set at 8.5, and I like the under in this one. Under 8.5 total runs. For the hitting props, 2 total bases. I'm playing 1 Red Sox, 1 Cub. Give me Abreu of the Red Sox, and we're playing Tucker of the Cubs, both to have 2 total bases. On to the pitching props now. I like Giolito of the Red Sox to go under his line in this game, under 5.5 strikeouts. Ray, I like his over in this one, over 4.5 Ks. Alright, moving along, we got the Chicago White Sox in Pittsburgh taking on the Pirates. The right-handed pitcher Cannon's on the mound for the White Sox in this game. He's 3-7 this year with a 4.44 ERA. The left-handed pitcher Bailey Falters on the mound for the Pirates. He's 6-4 this season with a 3.79 ERA. Looking at this Pirates team offensively, struggle when they're on the road. They bat .210 as a team on the road. At home this year, they're batting .235. Looking at their record at home this year, they're 26-21 at home, 13-37 on the road. And when we look at the White Sox, they're the exact same. At home, they play a little bit better. On the road this year, they're 11-36. Looking at this White Sox team, they're batting .225 against left-handed pitching this year. The Pirates are the betting odd favorites in this matchup today, and we're playing them on the money line. The game total is set at 8.5, and I like the under in this one. For the hitting props, 2 total bases. I'm playing 2 Pirates in this game. Give me Reynolds as well as Cruz, both to have 2 total bases. On to the pitching props now. I like both of the starting pitchers to go over their lines in this game. Cannon for the White Sox over 3.5 strikeouts. Falter of the Pirates over 4. Alright, moving along, we got the San Diego Padres in Washington taking on the Nationals. The right-handed pitcher Cease's on the mound for the Padres. He's 3-9 this year with a 4.88 ERA. Soroka on the mound for the Nationals. He's 3-7 this season with a 5.35 ERA. I'm just going to tell you to play. This will be our first underdog play of the day. I like the Nationals in this matchup. Looking at the Padres on the road this season, they're batting .230 as a team. The Padres' record on the road this year, they're 21-26. Dylan Cease this year has 10 road starts. ERA is above 6.30. It's at 6.33. The Washington Nationals, as a team, this year are batting .345 against right-handed pitching. They have 75 home runs to go along with it. 10 games before the All-Star break, this Nationals team was batting .260 as a team. In this matchup today, we're playing the home dogs. Give me the Washington Nationals on the money line. The game total is set at 8.5, and I like the over in this one. For the hitting props, 2 total bases. I'm playing 2 Nationals in this one. Give me Nathaniel Lowe as well as James Wood, both to have 2 total bases. On to the pitching props now. I like both these starting pitchers to go under their line today. Both of their lines are set at 4.5. We're playing Dylan Cease of the Padres under 4.5 Ks. Soroka of the Nationals under 4.5 strikeouts as well. Alright, on after that, we got the Los Angeles Angels in Philadelphia taking on the Phillies. The Angels do not officially have their starting pitcher listed as yet. Everywhere I've checked did have Soriano. That's who I handicapped this game for. The left-handed pitcher Luzardo's on the mound for the Phillies in this one. He's 8-5 this year with a 4.14 ERA. Looking at the Angels this season, they're batting .225 against left-handed pitching. One of the worst teams offensively versus lefties this year. The Phillies at home, they're batting .275 this season. Against right-handed pitching, they're batting .265. Looking at the Angels bullpen, still one of the worst bullpens in the majors. Only one of 3 teams in the majors with a team bullpen over 5. In this matchup today, the Phillies are the betting odd favorites, and we're playing them on the money line. The game total is set at 8.5, and we like the over in this one. For the hitting props, 2 total bases, 1 Angel, 1 Philly. Give me Mike Trout of the Angels, Bryce Harper of the Phillies, both to have 2 total bases. On to the pitching props. We only have 1 starting pitcher's line. That's Luzardo of the Phillies, and we're playing his over in this game. Over 5.5 strikeouts. Alright, on after that, we got the San Francisco Giants in Toronto taking on the Blue Jays. The right-handed pitcher Verlander's on the mound for the Giants. He's 0-7 this year with a 4.70 ERA. The right-handed pitcher Bassett on the mound for the Jays. He's 9-4 this season with a 4.12 ERA. Looking at the Giants team offensively, still one of the worst teams in the league. The 10 games leading up to the All-Star break, they were batting .225 as a team. The Blue Jays, on the other hand, this will be a home game for them. They're batting .275 at home this season. Bassett, in his 10 home starts this season, has an ERA of 2.80. Like I said, Verlander has just been terrible. Last 5 starts, ERA above 6. In this matchup today, the Blue Jays are the betting odd favorites, and we're playing them on the run line. The game total is set at 8.5, and we're taking the over in this one. Over 8.5 total runs. For the hitting props, 2 total bases. I'm playing 1 Giant, 1 Blue Jay. Give me Devers of the Giants, and we're playing George Springer of the Blue Jays, both to have 2 total bases. On to the pitching props now. I like both the starting pitchers in this game to go under their lines. Verlander to go under 4.5 strikeouts. Bassett under 5.5 Ks today. Alright, moving along. We have the Cincinnati Reds in New York taking on the Mets. In this matchup today, the left-handed pitcher Lodolo's on the mound for the Reds. He's 6-6 this year with a 3.38 ERA. The left-handed pitcher Sean Manaea will be making his season debut for the Mets here. I'm always a bit reluctant playing the team that has their starting pitcher making his season debut. In the last 2 weeks, we saw 4 starting pitchers make their season debut. Only one of them won their game. That was Woodruff of the Brewers. So in the last, 2 weeks, starting pitchers making their debuts are 1 and 3. That's not the biggest factor. I'm just saying it's always something you should think about. The big factor will be the Mets bullpen. Manaea, we don't know how long he'll go in this game, and if the Mets have to rely on their bullpen in the last month, the Mets bullpen combined ERA is at 5.75. In this matchup today, the Mets are the betting odd favorites, and we're playing the road dogs. Give me the Cincinnati Reds on the money line. The game total is set at 8, and I like the under in this one. For the hitting props, 2 total bases, 1 Red, 1 Met. Give me Elly De La Cruz as well as Juan Soto, both to have 2 total bases in this game. On to the pitching props. We only have 1 starting pitcher's line. That's Lodolo of the Reds, and I like him to go under it. Under 4.5 Ks. Alright, on after that, guys, we got the Kansas City Royals in Miami taking on the Marlins. The Royals do not officially have their starting pitcher listed as yet. Everywhere I've checked does say Lugo will be the starting pitcher in this game today. Alcantara on the mound for the Miami Marlins in this matchup. He's 4-9 with a 7.22 ERA. The Royals are the betting on favorites in this matchup today. When we look at this Royals team, I know they hit better on the road, but their team bullpen ERA does go up on the road as well, so it's a bit of a trade-off with them. Like I said, the Royals are the bang on favorites, and it's not that much of a huge gap when I'm looking at the books. It's a very tight margin. They're leaning towards the Royals, and I'm actually playing the Road Dogs in this matchup today. I'm playing the Miami Marlins on the money line. The game total is set at 8, and I like the over in this one. For the hitting props, 2 total bases. 1 Royal, 1 Marlin. Give me Bobby Witt Jr. of the Royals, and we're playing Lopez of the Marlins, both to have 2 total bases in this game. On to the pitching props now. We only have 1 starting pitcher's line. That's Alcantara of the Marlins, and I'm playing him to go over 4.5 Ks today. Alright, moving along, we got the Athletics in Cleveland taking on the Guardians. The left-handed pitcher Sears is on the mound for the Athletics in this game. He's 7-7 this year with a 4.79 ERA. The right-handed pitcher Sissoni's on the mound for the Guardians. He's 4-4 this season with a 3.44 ERA. We look at this Guardians team, we all know how bad they are against lefties, but they have improved. The last the last 5 matchups versus lefties, they're batting .255 as a team in the last 5 versus left-handed pitching. The whole season this year, they're batting .220 versus lefties. The last 10 games before the All-Star break, this Guardians team was batting .265 as a team. In this matchup today, the books do have the Cleveland Guardians as the betting on favorites, and we're rolling with them. We're playing the Guardians on the money line in this one. The game total is set at 8.5, and I like the under in this game. For the hitting props, 2 total bases. I'm playing 2 Guardians. Give me Kwan as well as Santana, both to have 2 total bases in this game today. On to the pitching props now. Sears of the Athletics, I'm playing him to go under his line, under 5.5 strikeouts. Sissoni of the Guardians, we're playing his over today, over 5.5 Ks. On after that, guys, we got the New York Yankees in Atlanta taking on the Braves. The left-handed pitcher Max Fried is on the mound for the Yankees in this matchup. He's 11-2 this year with a 2.43 ERA. The right-handed pitcher Strider on the mound for the Braves. He's 3-7 this season with a 3.94 ERA. Looking at this Braves team, against lefties this season, they're batting .225 as a team. The Yankees, we know they hit very well at home. On the road this year, they're still batting .266 as a team. In this matchup today, the Yankees are the betting odds favorites, and we're playing them on the money line. The game total is set at 8.5, and we like the over in this one. For the hitting props, 2 total bases. 1 Brave, 1 Yankee. Give me Ronald Acuna of the Atlanta Braves, and we're playing Aaron Judge of the Yankees, both to have 2 total bases in this game today. On to the pitching props, the only starting pitcher's line we have right now is Strider of the Braves, and we're playing him to go over 7.5 strikeouts. Alright, up next, guys, we have the Baltimore Orioles in Tampa Bay taking on the Rays. The right-handed pitcher Charlie Morton on the mound for the Baltimore Orioles. He's 5-7 this year with a 5.18 ERA. Taj Bradley on the mound for the Rays. The right-handed pitcher is 5-6 this year with a 4.60 ERA. Looking at this Rays team, in the top of June, mid-June, this was one of the best teams in the majors. The last 15 games before the All-Star break, the Tampa Bay Rays are 4-11. Looking at that stretch though, they played 10 of those games on the road. Back at home today, where they play much better. Tampa Bay Rays home ballpark is a very hitter-friendly ballpark. This year, versus right-handed pitching, the Rays are batting .270 as a team. Looking at Charlie Morton, 8 road starts, has an ERA above 6. In today's matchup, the Rays are the betting odd favorites, and we're playing them on the run line. The game total is set at 9, and we like the over in this one. For the hitting props, 2 total bases. We're playing 1 Oriole, 1 Ray. Give me O'Hearn of the Baltimore Orioles, and we're playing Diaz of the Tampa Bay Rays, both to have 2 total bases in this game. On to the pitching props now. I like both of these starting pitchers to go under their line today. Morton of the Orioles under 4.5 Ks. Bradley of the Tampa Bay Rays under 5.5 strikeouts. On after that, guys, we got the Detroit Tigers in Texas taking on the Rangers. The right-handed pitcher Olsen on the mound for the Tigers in this game. He's 4-3 this season with a 2.95 ERA. The left-handed pitcher Corbin on the mound for the Texas Rangers. He's 6-7 with a 4.15 ERA. The Tigers offensively got back on track right before the All-Star break. They were batting 267 as a team in that last 5 games before the break. Looking at Corbin, his last 5 starts, he has an ERA close to 6. In today's matchup, the Detroit Tigers are the betting odds favorites, and we're playing them on the money line. The game total is set at 8.5, and we like the over in this one. For the hitting props, 2 total bases, we're playing 2 Detroit Tigers. Give me Tolkerson as well as Torres, both to have 2 total bases in this game. On to the pitching props now. Both of these starting pitchers' lines are set at 4.5. We're playing Olsen of the Tigers to go over 4.5 Ks. Corbin of the Rangers under 4.5 strikeouts today. All right, on after that, guys, we got the Minnesota Twins in Colorado taking on the Rockies. The right-handed pitcher Paddock on the mound for the Twins. He comes into this game with an ERA of 4.95. The left-handed pitcher Freeland on the mound for the Rockies. He's 1-10 with an ERA of 5.44. We're getting straight to it. In this matchup today, we're playing the Minnesota Twins on the run line. The game total is set at 10.5, and I like the under in this one. Under 10.5 total runs. For the hitting props, 2 total bases, 2 Minnesota Twins. Give me Carrera as well as Buxton, both to have 2 total bases in this game today. On to the pitching props. We're playing Paddock of the Twins to go over his line, over 4.5 Ks. Freeland of the Rockies, we're taking his under in this one, under 3.5 strikeouts today. On after that, guys, we got the St. Louis Cardinals on the road in Arizona, taking on the Diamondbacks. The right-handed pitcher Palente's on the mound for the Cardinals. He's 5-5 this year with a 4.49 ERA. There is no official listed starting pitcher for the Diamondbacks. Everywhere I'm checking up, it does say Merlin Kelly will be the starting pitcher for the Diamondbacks. He has an ERA of 3.34 this season. Looking at this Cardinals team against right-handed pitching, no team hits righties better. They're batting 261 this year against right-handed pitching. Of course, we know this Arizona Diamondbacks bullpen is one of the worst in the league. In today's matchup, the Diamondbacks are the betting odd favorites, and we're playing the Road Dogs. Give me the St. Louis Cardinals on the money line. The game total is set at 8.5, and I like the over in this one. On to the hitting props now. We're playing 1 Cardinal, 1 Diamondback. Give me Donovan of the Cardinals, Carroll of the Diamondbacks, both to have 2 total bases in this game today. On to the pitching props. We only have 1 starting pitcher's line. That's Palente of the Cardinals, and we're playing him to go over 3.5 Ks today. All right, guys, on after that, we have the Houston Astros in Seattle taking on the Mariners. The left-handed pitcher Walter on the mound for the Astros in this game. He's 1-2 this year with a 3.98 ERA. Castillo on the mound for the Seattle Mariners. He comes into this one with a 3.40 ERA. Castillo, 9 home starts this season. ERA is at 2.20. Looking at both of these teams' bullpens, they're both about even. But when we look at the Seattle Mariners team versus left-handed pitching, they're one of the best teams in the league. Versus lefties, they're batting 248 as a team. In this matchup today, the books do have the Mariners as the betting odd favorites, and we're rolling with them. We're playing Seattle on the money line. The game total is set at 7.5, and we like the under in this one. Under 7.5 total runs. On to the hitting props. 2 total bases, 2 Mariners in this one. Give me Crawford as well as Raleigh, both to have 2 total bases. On to the pitching props now. Walter of the Astros, we're playing him to go over his line, over 4.5 Ks. Castillo, we're taking him to go under 5.5 strikeout. All right, the final game of the day, we got the Milwaukee Brewers in Los Angeles taking on the Dodgers. This game is frustrating me. Neither teams are listing their official starting pitcher for this game. I'm going to do the breakdown according to what I've seen across, multiple websites. They're listing Quintana, the left-handed pitcher, will be starting for the Brewers. Glasnow will be returning for the Dodgers in this game. If it goes accordingly, I say follow this bet. If something changes, I will make an adjustment and place it in the pinned comment. My play for this game is going to be the Dodgers on the money line. I like the over in the game total, over 8.5 total runs. For the hitting props, 2 total bases. We're playing Yelich of the Brewers, and we're playing Mookie Betts of the Dodgers, and no pitching props in this game. Alright guys, before we get up out of here, our 4 parlay plays of the day. We start off with our first one. It's a 5-leg game parlay. Our first play will be the Philadelphia Phillies on the money line. We're then going to play the Toronto Blue Jays on the run line, followed by the Cleveland Guardians on the money line, and we wrap it up with the Tampa Bay Rays on the run line, as well as the Orioles Rays game total to go over 9 total runs. All 5 legs. $5 bet pays $130. And after that, guys, it will be another 5-leg game parlay, where we start off with our first play being the Minnesota Twins on the run line. We're then going to play the St. Louis Cardinals on the money line, as well as the Cardinals Diamondbacks game total to go over 8.5 total runs. And we wrap it up with the Seattle Mariners on the money line and the Los Angeles Dodgers on the money line. All 5 legs, $5 bet pays $100 flat. And after that, guys, we have our 2 home run parlays. We'll start off with our first one. It's a 3-leg home run parlay where we're playing Mike Trout of the Los Angeles Angels. We're then going to play Torkelson of the Detroit Tigers, and we wrap it up with Barger of the Toronto Blue Jays. All 3 gentlemen, dollar bet pays $120. And after that, guys, it will be our final parlay of the day, our final play of the day, where we start off with Kyle Schwarber of the Philadelphia Phillies. We're then going to play Aaron Judge of the New York Yankees, and we wrap it up with Byron Buxton of the Twins and Junior Caminero of the Tampa Bay Rays. All 4 gentlemen, dollar bet pays $160. Alright guys, before we get up out of here, I just want to send my salutes out to everyone. You guys know sincerely, I appreciate you all. I respect you all. We're back to it. Let's make some money today, guys. And I'm going to catch you on the next one.